Friday, after 5 p.m.
Become adept at hiding behind a mask.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please?
Because I want to go there.
Whether Kate had lost this or not? When did you become aware of that? Did you know whether Kate had lost this?
Here we go.
Ever seen this?
Alright.
You know what this is?
No. Oh my god! Time's flying by!
Have you seen this before? Do you recognise this? Know anything about Simon Thompson's homebrew?
No.
How did the window get broken out round the back? Know anything about a broken window at the pub round the back? Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No books.
Hello?
Do you know what this is? Have a look.
Oh, Steve.
At
Shit,
this.
fucking hell.
Ever seen this before? What do you know about Atlas?
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please? Where do you live? House.
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
You know Simon, don't you? Thompson. When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
Reason to hang out with somebody.
Did you know whether Kate had lost
That's what
this
YouTube
or
think.
not? What do
But I
you
did
know about
think, yeah.
Simon's bike? When was the last time
Cheeky.
you saw? Ever seen one of these before? Have you ever tried Simon's home? What was his beer like? Know
It's starting
anything
now.
about a broken window
No.
at the pub? You've never been to the pub. Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday? Ever seen this before? No, it's okay. Ever seen one of these?
one of that,
What do you
isn't it?
know about it? Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop?
Oh.
What's a scrying mirror?
Oh, come on now.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead. And there's a market for these, is there? Have you seen one of these before?
Yeah.
What do you know about this?
It's
Have you
hard
seen
to
one of these
overstate
before?
myself.
Now,
Oh.
what do you know about James? So you wouldn't buy one of these.
Oh.
Was she into this sort of thing? How do you use it?
Nice.
So, you went home to see your parents on Thursday night. You said you saw James at the market on Friday. You're not a very good liar, Emma.
It's
What
her.
were you arguing about? And Kate broke the window. So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money? It wasn't about money, was it, Emma? Go on. What was it really about? Ryan's affair with Kate. Were you
Yeah.
friends with Ryan? You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him.
She's just a big fat
Why
liar.
did you
She
say you
is.
don't know him? So Kate was blackmailing both of you. And so you just argued and what? And that was it. You didn't see her again that night.
No.
Are you sure?
Caught.
It's true.
There we go. Time.
7 p.m. I'm very small.
Ryan! Yes? Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, all right? I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas. I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right? How did she seem that night? That was usual. Well, she seemed to be enjoying the court.
Oh,
When did you first meet her? You hadn't met her before then? Well,
Yeah.
so you didn't suspect there was anything wrong. Have you seen this? Know what this is? Have you ever bought one of these? Have you tried Simon's homebrew? What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub? Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
Uzu Sally.
Uzu Sally?
Uzu Sally.
Can you tell me about this?
No.
What does the symbol mean? And is that relevant to the course? Tell me about this. Hooky weeks.
Chaka Khan.
Have you seen
Yeah.
one of these before? You have seen one before? Really? What sort of books did you
Malarkey.
read? But you're not into that sort of thing now. Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around? You know what these are, by any chance? Do you know what these are? Magic mint.
I
Do
think
you
it is any-
use it?
Here we go.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James? It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum? Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it? ever heard of Salvia Divinorum? Ever tried it? Have you ever heard of Salvia Divinorum? Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
Shame.
Do you know what this is? What can you tell me about Liam? Did you know him? What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
On
What
the
do you know
internet.
about Liam?
That's bad.
But you didn't know him. What do you know about Liam? Did you know there was anything wrong? Did you know Liam? What course was Liam on? Your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants. Still saying you've never heard of salvia. What do you do with it? And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else? When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia? So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
7.
How
No.
about Liam?
Yes.
So you did give him salvia. Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs. Okay, so what happened then? Okay, start again. They were what? What for? So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye. Did you ever actually meet Liam? And how did you find out about all this other stuff? So did you ever actually go to a meeting? Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it? Do you mind if I keep this? If I did this, would that mean anything to you? This is not something you use on the course.
Okay.
Do you know about this? You don't recognise any of the symbols on it.
So guys,
Ryan, you've
got
just
it.
told me all about the moon
Ryan,
symbols
you just
on the
told me.
mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the
That's
flyer.
it.
It's all the same thing. So what did you know about Third Eye?
Have you ever seen this before?
If I did this, would it mean anything to you? If I did this, what are they? Right. Have you seen this before? So you don't
Quote me on that. He's talking to a police.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you? Ever heard the phrase free to be free? If I did that, would it mean anything to you? Have you ever seen anyone using it? Have you ever seen anyone local using it? Ever hear
Do you know
the
what
phrase
phrase?
free to be free? Heard anyone use that? Do you know the phrase free to be free? Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free? Who came up with all this? Did you come up with the phrase?
And nice one, chat. You are clever sausages.
According to the
You was
flyer,
clever.
This
I like
Third
this
Eye
thing.
group was based at the
Sips
village
is,
hall
hanging out
site.
outside.
So you must have come into contact
Oh,
with
look at his
Third
scared
Eye at
little
some
face.
point. You were using the same hall. Atlas is Third Eye, and you ran Third Eye. So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Oh,
you had
dear.
to change the name, and it worked. So you knew James Wilson too.
Hey.
James wouldn't know that you.
This should be the next
were now
time
running
bit, I think.
Atlas. And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing.
Before we do, and it's now 8 p.m.
Oh. Jenks, I'm investigating a death in the village. How well did you know Kate? So when was the last time you saw her? Did you speak to her then? Do you know if Kate had lost this? Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
Boxwell bottles, did we do that
Have you
one?
seen
Can't ask.
this
Okay.
before? It was, in the woods. Well, that's what I'm trying to establish. What do you know about this? So do they get them when they join the course or something? For Kate, by any chance? You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub. What do you know about this? You don't recognise it.
A what?
It's a monarch mask. Could
Okay.
you tell me a bit about this? Was that when you started the business? Ever used one? Does the Atlas course use them at all? No,
By my dog.
This is by any chance.
Lucky.
Have you ever heard of Salvia Divinorum and you've never seen anyone on the course taking it? How well did you know Liam? You didn't notice any problems? Were you there when he died? What was Liam like that night? He was drunk. Well, similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students? So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night? But you let him stay on the course? You didn't store any alcohol at Atlas? Is there a kitchen? What do you know about this?
Things
Was it your
happen.
idea? You can't
Is he
blame
saying
me
it's
for
out of
drink
control?
or 2 student
Yeah.
deaths in 2 years. If
Ridiculous.
I did
So,
this, would it mean
I met
anything to
Nazi.
you? I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree.
This is a
Defacing public
tree.
Property. It's usually a fine. Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free? What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking, on the course? Guilt cripples people. So, you believe that guilt has no place in business. And what if you have done something wrong? Well, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet.
Oh my God.
Time's ticking by.
What's
What do
this
you know
spaghetti
about
doing?
doll burning? It doesn't mean anything to you. Seen this
Tits
before?
off.
Do you
No.
recognise it?
What are guitars doing in
Does
garage?
Ryan play the guitar?
Top dad.
Seen this before? What can you tell me
Yeah,
about
so-
doll burning at Atlas? Does Ryan play the guitar? Do you know
No,
anything about this?
I don't
What do
Yeah,
you
I
know
forgot the
about
doll
doll
burning.
burning at Atlas?
Did you?
You made
Oh,
them. What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection? Singer as well. Can't hide talent.
do
What
it.
do you know about doll burning? Oh, they didn't do that when you were there.
If we find this
Have
guy
you
out, we're
seen
gonna get
this
stabbed,
before?
right? You know this.
That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band, including Liam? Why did you say you didn't know him? Did you? When he died? What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I need you guys
What do you
to
know
black
about
and white
doll
that
burning?
and translucent.
And that's a good thing.
Glasses. All right. Okay.
A drum.
Oh, there we go. That was
You
good.
hypnotise
That's it. That's the
yourself.
one.
Is that good?
Yeah.
You do that, and that's safe.
That's cool.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis. Have you seen this before?
Oh, shit me. What the fuck?
The DVD! That's all they took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
Talk to me
Do you know
about
what
bastards.
auto-hypnosis is? Yeah. Have you ever tried it? And what did she tell you about it? Do you know the shop? See this?
Lubot has sent me that. Just my two. Complete all
Do you
three.
know
Caff. What's the email?
anything
Cheer 5. Thank you,
about
Leroy.
hypnosis
It is
used on the Atlas
caffcast
course?
at G.
What's the difference?
Seriously,
Atlas
quick.
used persuasion techniques. Have you seen this before anywhere? Ever used it? Can
Okay.
you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques
go on
used on
then.
the course?
Oh,
Did you
students.
enforce them? So you've never put
Force.
pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
Helps.
Right.
Have you seen this before? You don't recognise the shop.
Did you
Is
say
there
the masks
someone
were from
else
there?
who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight? As a cleaner.
Ah.
Do you visit Monarch costumes a lot? But you do know the shop. You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from. To put over my head, Paul, buy a mugger. Would you like to tell me something? Did
Maybe.
you? So why did you lie about the shop?
Cleaning boy.
So what's on the DVD that's so special? What kind of stunt? Steal from students. Why? And when was this? At Third Eye or Atlas? And this was before or after Liam died? Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I've just been up to Mansion and they said that this can was central to the murder. Have you seen it before?
Do you know what this means?
Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis? When you were watching the water, what happened? Was she into
We knew
using
that.
mirrors like that?
We need him.
Hey, you
Seen this
said
anywhere
bag before.
Did you know about Paul's money stealing at Atlas? Something he did on the course. Stunt. Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the student. When was the last party he threw? What do you know about Paul Rand? What do you know about him committing a fake theft during one of the courses?
Oh,
So
weirdo.
you were at Third Eye? Does Simon know that? So he doesn't know you went to Third Eye? Ah! So is that where you met Ryan? What didn't you like about the course? What sort of things? And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
That-
What do you know about Paul stealing money from students? Part of a stunt or something? Explain that. Something dangerous,
Yeah.
like stealing from other students. It seems a bit
Ten
odd for a business
stealing.
course.
Nicely spotted, guys.
You witnessed Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right? Don't quite understand that, you see, because Paul pulled the stunt on the same night. Liam died later that evening. You don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night. I think you better explain, don't you? Go on. Take a breath, Emma. Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said. But I
We need to give her an
really think
Oscar.
you caused
If Sam was here,
harm.
I'd make him give her an
There's
Oscar,
always
but he's
more to these
AFK.
things than meets
Damn
the
it.
eye. Sometimes you need to- Don't worry.
Slag.
Oh, it's 9 p.m.
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
No,
Did you encourage Emma to criticise? So you didn't know her well?
So tell me more about this doll burning. What's it about? And
Yeah.
you believe that's a good thing?
I think
No,
not.
thank you. I didn't realise you were a musician. What band was that? And you still collect? Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis? It's not a requirement of the course. What's the reason for that? What do you know about Emma Bowman criticising Liam before his suicide? Did she? You don't think?
Yeah.
Do you know what this is?
You're so funny, mate.
Could you explain a bit more? New cells? Not at this stage.
I'd love to.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt? But he went too far, you believe. And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death? Know anything about these?
Do you know what these are? Do you know who did it?
Have you ever seen these? But nobody was prosecuted for it. Do you know anything about these? Have you seen these before? Do you know what these are? At the
Back up,
pub.
bub.
You know who did this? And why did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car? Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers? Did Rebecca know about it? Right.
Time to ask her.
Is it Lisa? Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if
I
I can
know
ask you a few questions.
it's 9, but
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you.
Well, everyone
I promise I
knows.
won't take long. Go in here, yes? Oh, look, I can come back later. I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine? Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
They haven't they? They try to make it aged a little bit.
Now, why do you say that?
That
Devil
love.
worshippers. See who? Where could you see them? How did you get rid of them?
he's trying to do a slow zoom. The table's going to stop you at some point.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship? Now, I've met her. You think she's mad? How do you know her? What did you tell her?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul? Devil worship? Satanism? I heard Atlas had elements of Satanism on the course. So you've no interest in the occult.
You say you didn't know Emma. You bought her a freedom necklace.
Oh, you didn't buy her one?
So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Got it on with her too.
You tried it on with her. Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult? Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
You don't want to
Have you
kill
ever
Bangkok.
heard about there being devil worship at Atlas? It's just something I heard. What do you know about devil worship?
I know it all.
Has devil worship ever been
Sam,
part
are you
of the
there,
course,
Sam?
Ryan?
My
Would
love's
be.
deck.
She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan. So where did she get the idea that you lot were...
Did you get
The idea.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas? Really?
Psychological treatment.
Psychological.
Psychological. No wonder she didn't want it.
So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship? Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger.
Yeah, Ryan.
Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Good.
Aptitude test.
Have you seen one of these
Every single person
before?
now. Here we go.
Yeah.
Test before you started at Atlas. Do you know anything about this? Do you know why it was introduced?
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's
Please.
the Atlas aptitude test. What does it test exactly? Lisa.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing the test?
Warning, warning, this video is almost over. Warning, warning, it's time to choose another one. This has gone on far too long, time to wake up and sing along. Warning, warning, this video is over now.